What's going on, everybody? Everybody, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Appreciate you all sitting in on my son podcast a few minutes ago. And we just thank you all for tuning in with us today. Just appreciate you all and thank you all for jumping in with us today. Hey, just giving a few minutes while people come on and come in and do they do. But we had a real good conversation a few minutes ago with my son. And thank him for even coming up with the topics that he come up with at times. Showing up for yourself was a good topic. Thank each and every one of you all for the comments that you came through and were sharing with us. Just letting us know how your everyday life feels at times. What's going on, Kitty? Welcome back, Kitty. Welcome back. While we give people a chance to come in, I'm just talking for right now. Just thank you. If you're in the area, we appreciate you all. Just come show up sometime with us. If your first time here, let us know, and we'd like to thank you. Follow us on YouTube. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe bell so you can get the notifications when we're on. There you go. You see it popped up right there at the bottom, right there. That's the YouTube channel. And everything. We're gonna start putting it in the comments too when we start coming on, so it'll pop up. Everybody's not on social media. Some people do be on YouTube though. But if you haven't followed us on Facebook, go like us and subscribe and follow. Become friends with us so you can get the notification too when they pops up on Facebook and everything. And also we welcome each and every one of you all that's here joining us today. And we just appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So we're going to get started. Hey, welcome back. Welcome. Thank you, Keith, for coming back. Thank you for all your comments, too. Woo, forever that helps someone that's been watching. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to Real Talk Conversation, where we have created a platform where we can come together and commune together and not divide each other. There's enough division going on in this world as it is. We don't need no more. There's enough of that going on right now. We don't need no more division. We don't need no more of that. Y'all, it's too much, really. It's too much going on. It's too much. So today's topic that I have on my platform today is, we're gonna be serious today too. I mean, we laugh and joke and probably laugh and joke at the end, because that's what we normally do. Try to give a little laughter at the end. But today is serious, and we see it going on all around us, even in some of our homes and some of our families, and it just something serious, y'all. Today's subject is in the cycle, my people, stop the violence. In the violence. In the cycle, stop the violence. In the cycle, my people, stop the violence. Death in prison is not the way. Death in prison is not the way, y'all. It is not. It is not. It is not. It is not. We see so much destruction going on in our own race. And I'm not making this no racial thing. I'm not making this a black and white thing or brown people thing or whatever race you may be. No, it is so much going on right now as we are speaking right now. It's time for us to stop all this. We talk all that noise about, oh man, the man trying to hold us down, man trying to do this. Man ain't doing nothing. We doing it to ourselves now. We're doing it to ourselves. So what excuse you gonna use for that?
It's every day.
It's every day. Every time you turn the TV on, there's something going on. Every time you do this and that, there's something going on. Every time we are wiping out our own race. Either we're unaliving someone or they're going to prison for unaliving someone. And it's really getting out of hand. It's been out of hand. I was watching how somebody doing a whole lot of pew pew over in Philadelphia, Chicago, right here in our own city down here in Charlotte, and all the surrounding counties. I guarantee you, if I turn the TV on right now, right here in Charlotte, I guarantee you're gonna see something. If I took my phone and turned the TV on and just showed you, because the news is on right now at 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
When are we gonna stop? We always talk this noise about, oh man, the children are the future, man, the children are this. As my big brother say, my mentor, Minister Curtis said, the children are not the future. And I know y'all don't like to hear that type of talk right there. No, the children are now. They're now. We're not gonna have any in the future.
Now, let's say it ain't gonna be none at the rate we going.
We are now. Our children are right now.
Cincinnati. Also, it's really sad, Dave.
Really sad. And thank you. Thank you for coming on, Miss John. We appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for that comment right there. See, that's someone out of Cincinnati. Let us know. It's all around. It's not just happening right here in our own city, in our own backyard. It's all around. Can you imagine? And I know some of y'all can't even imagine or fathom what a mother is going through right now that lost her child because of stuff like that. The violence. What are we so angry about? I'm just asking a question. What are we so angry about? Y'all feel free. Y'all can drop a comment in uh in the comment section. But what are we so angry about? Why are we so mad at each other? Why we want to unalive each other so bad? Because you think that's a badge of honor? You think going to prison is a badge of honor?
Some be thinking that street cred
Yeah.
means a lot. No, it don't.
I'm not gonna blame it all on the rap music and the videos. Yes, they do play a part of that. I'm not gonna blame it all on that. It's not even safe in our homes now. It's getting harder and harder to keep our babies safe. Yes, it is. And people just don't
value life
they
anymore.
just don't value life anymore. What's going on?
And
I'm trying to wrap my mind around a lot of this stuff, but I don't know what's going on.
I know there's gonna be some that feels the type of way about me saying this, but fathers, what are y'all doing, bro? The ones that's not in a child's life, what are y'all doing, bro? If you're there, depending on what your child got going on, but if you're there, some of that stuff will die down. I ain't saying it's gonna go away, and of course it's gonna take time. It's not just gonna happen overnight like that. No.
And fight to be in your child's life. Now, I do get it, but it's just some people out here just having babies, just be having babies. So think of self-love and there's no more respect, right? I can get that, man. Man, Pastor, you want to jump on, man? Let me know. I've seen them. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send it to you anyway, just in case you want to. But yeah,
Yeah. Some they feel like they gotta be loved and liked by the world, or the validation, or trying to go viral, or whatever. So they do whatever, even if that means, God forbid, but even if that means taking somebody's life. There's people that would do that.
in a heartbeat. Don't think about it. And I know some of y'all parents. I know y'all don't heard y'all kids talking about they on demon time. Y'all, that stuff is for real.
Keisha said some fathers around, but not teaching their sons what they should be teaching them. Yeah, that much true.
Yeah.
And there's, I know there's gonna be a lot that dislike me for this, but it is what it is. It's a lot of parents that's trying to be they child friend instead of their parent.
You got no business being your child friend.
He's not my friend. He's my dad before anything. Same thing with my mother. They not my friends. They love me, but they're not my friends. They're my parent at the end of the day. If I'm in the wrong, correct me on it. It's different ways you can correct your child on whatever it is that's going on. Especially if they older or they getting up to that age. You can still, correct them, but do it in a way that you still giving them the opportunity, like, yeah, you're still my child, but I'm still going to, in a way, treat you like an adult at the same time. So that way you get to understand that and respect.
Yeah.
And you understand where that's coming from.
Yep.
And know what it's like to give respect and get respect.
And if this is your first time here, give us a one in the chat, a wave, and we just welcome each and every one of you all that's been here, that's been faithful following us and joining us on Sundays and even on open mic night. We appreciate that, and we just thank each and every one of you all. But if this is your first time here, click that like button and follow us. My name is Carl McCoy on Facebook. His name is Brandon McCoy on Facebook. Just follow us if you are just want to keep up with what's going on, what we are doing around, on YouTube. I know some people are not on Facebook, but if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like button, subscribe to us, and join the conversation. Your comments, you share your comments and thoughts. Sometimes it goes a long way with us, and we appreciate all of that from you all.
Keisha said, "How do you teach your kids the value of life? Social media, the news, music, games, even their peers are showing them otherwise. It's gonna be different.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's not possible. It is. You're not gonna be able to hide it from them. That's just reality. You don't know who they're hanging around, or you may know, but you can't shelter them from it. You just gotta be straight up with them.
Straight up. And it's best to get them while they're young. Because if you try to wait till they about 12, 13, 14, 15 to try to talk some sense into them, it's going to be rough. So it's good to try to grab them while they're young. It's going to be hard with the social media. It's going to be hard. With the music, it's going to be hard. The game, it's going to be hard. A lot of times what has happened is that the family gathering and the family values of coming together, eating dinner together that's a thing of the past in some people's houses. It's a thing of the past now. they don't come and sit down and commune together like they used to. Have y'all ever noticed that family reunions have dropped off? Have y'all noticed that? Used to be a time we have family reunions. We can come out and get together and see who's family, who's the new addition to family. I mean, somebody don't had a baby or something, or somebody don't get married. But you don't see that no more. When the older grandmas died out and still dying out, you don't hear nothing about none of that no more. Because back in the day, grandmas didn't play that mess. now you got some grandmas just trying to be just like the young. And now some grandmas are now 28, 29, 30. When back in my day, grandmas was 60 something, 70, 80s. But we have young grandparents now. But when are we gonna end that cycle? It is a cycle going on. It's a cycle going on, and we're unaliving our own race. That's why I encourage a lot of people, especially you young people, once you go read the Willie Lynch letter. Malcolm X said it best. You want to hide the truth, just put it in a book. Put that in a book, because he know a lot of people don't even read. Yeah, I let him know when he come back. Yeah, his birthday was Friday. He just turned 27. Yeah, July 11th, his birthday. But you know, when, just when. When are we going to slow this cycle down? It's like it's a dark cloud over the young people. It's like it's a cloud that's just floating around over the young people. The enemy does not care who he uses. He does not care. He doesn't. The enemy does not care at all. If he can use your child, he'll use you. I feel like the world moves on too fast after lives are lost. I think that's the problem. Yeah, they'll tell you the life can be lost today. They'll be right back doing something else in a couple of days. And here's a hard factual truth that a lot of people don't like to hear or even understand at times. One thing about, oh, we're gonna remember them always. We're gonna do this always. I'm gonna miss my friend. I'm gonna miss my brother. I miss my girl. Miss my partner. I'm gonna miss that. Let me be honest with some of y'all. After about, I used to give them 90 days. I don't even give them that long now. A couple of weeks to a month. They'll be back to themselves.
The only time they remember them is the anniversary of their birthday, or it brought up in the conversation.
So what can we do? And see, one thing, like even like here on this platform right here, we open the floor up so you can talk. You know, even if you want to join in, just let me know. I put the link in the chat. Just click the chat. Just jump on with us. But one thing about that, especially when it comes to us as men, we'll listen in, but we won't say nothing.
Yeah.
Especially the one that's doing a lot of talking that, oh, they ain't doing nothing like that. It's gonna always be like this. Nah, it ain't gonna always be like this. See, you say that stuff until it started affecting you. Then you got a problem with me.
Now you want to change. You want something to happen.
And you want everybody to join in with you.
But you could have been doing this from the jump.
And we're not talking about nobody. We're not on here bragging that we're better than somebody. We're just voicing an opinion. See, that's the thing in this world we live in now. You can't even voice an opinion. Your own opinion. You can't even voice what you may see. You can't voice that. For somebody to think you talking some hate speech.
Yeah.
The truth has become the new hate speech. And the lie has become the uncut truth. See how that has been twisted so bad.
I remember what it was I said in that video. It was, if I tell you the truth, I make it sound so good that you think it's a lie. But if I tell you a lie, you convince yourself that the lie is the truth.
It's the truth. Yes, you would. I can sit here and lie, and you'll believe it. But if I sit here and tell you the truth, it sounds so good that you won't believe it. Like you said, you won't even believe it.
When I said that, that went up for a lot of people's heads.
She said, I feel like there has to be a collective effort. How can we get all households, especially those in the Black community, to see the issues at hand and want to actually do something about it? You know what? We trying to work on something like that now. For me and Neil been talking and trying to put something together now. And Keisha to even um, intervene even on that comment you just put up. When we do have stuff, a lot of people don't want to go.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't feeding, they don't want to go. If it ain't some type of music or dance, entertainment, we don't want to go. When it's something trying to hip your boys and girls, keep them off the street, they don't want to go. That's why a lot of times we don't have stuff. When we do stuff, we don't have it at a church event or on a church setting. We want to be different sometimes. Everything don't have to be at a church. I know a pastor will tell you that they need to bring them to the church. But won't you come outside the church and help us go get them?
It's a lot that don't want to
Yeah,
do that.
it's a whole other subject. I wasn't aware of how bad the world was until I had kids. And I love my kids, but I wouldn't have brought them in this world if I knew I had to fight this hard to keep them safe. Yes, you got to fight hard. Sometimes just helping them. And I know TV can be a beast at times, and while they're young, that's why it's good to have playtime with them as yourself, not TV. Enjoy outside with them, take them to the park or something, and even at times, sometimes play the game with them.
That'll go a long way.
And one of the main things that I have seen, and I'm 57, that I have seen dwindle away is back in the day when we sat down to eat, we all sat down to eat, unless you work or you just got work and coming home. We all sat down and ate together. See, we didn't have cell phones and the stuff like that. But they would turn their TV off and we would all sit down at the table together and eat. That's you don't even see that no more. You don't even hear about that no more.
Yeah. I experienced that when I stayed with my Aunt Connie and Uncle William. TV off. We all at the table.
Eating.
Eating and talking. Phone had to be either in the room or it was just in my pocket, just on silent. We just sitting there chopping it up, seeing how everybody's day was, and just discussing a bunch of different stuff.
And see, because a lot of these young people, they think the street love them, and a lot of times they're not getting that love from home.
Let me put it this way: you think the streets love you that much? The same streets wouldn't even help take care of your own mom. Or better yet, your own funeral if you end up having one.
Yeah, they ain't gonna put no money on that bill when your mama going down there or daddy or both going down to the funeral home to pay that bill. That what? Do you actually think a drug dealer's gonna come down there and drop $10,000 for your funeral?
If they do, it ain't spoken about, but
some of them may come down there and give you 100, maybe, or 25 and put this on with the funeral. It ain't much, but it'll help. But you got about $5,000 in your pocket. Yeah, that's something I have to get into. I have it bad and having them sit and eat, and I'll be enjoying the peace. Yeah, but that's a good thing for you to have with the kids. But when are we gonna help? We're gonna try to curb this cycle of unaliving each other. You don't value your life enough. You don't value somebody else's life enough to not do that. See, because once you do it, once you unalive somebody and then you get caught, your life is gone too.
Yep.
I be watching some of these videos and these guys, they be laughing. I can do this, they ain't but a dime. I can do 5 years, I can do 10 years. but then they're laughing because they done it. They laughing at the families and stuff too. But then when that judge said life, that whole laugh stopped. Life was 25 years. Now when they give you life now,
You die.
dying. And y'all always talking about slavery. Y'all always talking about prison is a form of slavery. And why are you trying to get that so bad?
Like, do you not understand that, bro? When you in there, all your loved ones leaving this earth while you in there, you don't see them like that. You can't really hear from them for real. You just in there.
I don't seen some funerals where they had their child that was locked up. They had them brought to the funeral home so they can view them before they left. They just broke down crying.
There's some that don't even let you do that.
No, depending on where you at.
Yeah,
they're not gonna let you come.
They getting serious with that.
If you far off,
they ain't gonna do it.
You're not gonna come. And it's a cost to bring them. That's a side they don't talk about. It's a cost to bring them there. Because you got to pay the correctional officer to travel, to drive there. Then you got to have them there with you at the same time. So they're on duty. But when are we gonna end this cycle? I'm not on here to beat nobody up. I'm trying my best to think about something too. I got nieces and nephews. You see them on the street, they're getting younger. How in the world a 12-year-old have a gun? Or 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old got a gun. Yeah. I have mentioned this last year before the new year came in, 25 came in. They already changed the laws on the age limit. It was at a point where you was a juvenile, they wouldn't show your mugshot or whatever. They wouldn't show it. But they're changing the laws that they're gonna start showing the mugshot at a young age. And if you do, depending on the crime, if you do a hideous crime or unalive someone, you will be charged as an adult. So if you're 13, 14, 15-year-old go out here and commit a charge like that, unalive somebody, they possibility of being charged as a adult.
Shoot, there are some states, depending on the age, they going to get the parents.
Yes. Oh yeah. I'm glad you said that. Parents, they're coming after you too. They're locking some of the parents up too.
I didn't know that until he told me about it. And then I looked it up and started reading about it.
See, that's because I watch stuff and I watch the news, and when they're doing all these laws changing, I watch that stuff right there. I keep an eye on that stuff. He said, how do you feel about the law they were talking about with arresting the parent and the child if the child has a gun and shoot someone? They're making the parents be accountable. That's what they're doing now.
She said, y'all said it as soon as I typed it.
That's what they're doing. They're making the parents accountable.
Yeah.
And they're trying to do away with age limit of getting a gun. Of course, they're saying you can't have one like that when you're 13, 14, 15. But they're trying to drop the age limit when you can purchase one. It's all a plan. It's all a plan. And it's an agenda. And we are falling right into it.
And everything with that is also a business.
It's a business. Gun sale goes up.
Funeral homes.
Goes up.
Hospitals.
Goes up.
All of that, bro. Prisons.
Goes up.
It's all a business. They don't care.
They don't care at all.
They get their cut. Why wouldn't they use guns?
Yes, that's the question we all have. Why?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Everything goes up. In my whole life, I did a podcast about that. I think the early part of this year. It was a funeral director. It was an older video. It was a funeral director calling other funeral directors out. Let's get out here in these streets. He said, I'm tired of burying young people. Now he's in a business that'll never go out of business unless you just not a good mortician and stuff like that, or a funeral director. He's in a business that most of them be like, okay, ooh, cool. Hey, I'm making this money. But he's calling out other funeral directors, look, we need to do something.
They get younger and younger each day.
And getting locked up. While they snatching up in this deportation and stuff, they don't care about your child being unalive. They don't care about your mother and father being unalive. They don't care about your kids being unalive. They don't care about your uncle and stuff unalive. They don't care nothing about none of that.
And it's always people that, because you got them type of people that's out here in the world like this. What they got to do with me?
Yeah.
You say that, and then when it's your own and it's in your backyard, now you feel some type of way. You want to say something. You want this to happen. This and the third.
Get close to home, boy.
Or was that same energy? Oh, it don't matter. It matters now because it's you. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So we just on here trying to bring some type of awareness that you know it's time to end that cycle. And I don't fault nobody. You want to have a good time and enjoy your life. I get it. I'm all about that. But at some point, we gather all the time to have a good time, but we don't gather to try to bring a solution.
Yep, exactly.
We do all these crazy doggone challenges that we see on TikTok that somebody invented that they don't do. They come up with a challenge and people do it. The people that invent them challenges don't even do it. You know why? Because they know a lot of y'all will do it. And have you ever, I'm just asking a question, have you ever seen the person that invented that challenge actually do it? Like you say, I'll wait.
If you do, they altered it in some ways, but
me personally, I have never seen the person that invented these challenges actually doing. I have never seen. Maybe y'all have. I have.
And I want to kind of speak on that. It kind of ties into the same thing a little bit, but I'm not that big of an influencer. Slowly getting there. But even on my platform, I'll be trying to figure out ways I can impact just every generation, all ages. How can I help the best way I can through my platform? You know, I do funny stuff here and there, but what else can I do to help? And then I know there's going to be some people that really don't like me. I really don't care. But I don't have respect for the people that just, you know, the influencers that just take the money to do the crazy stuff that be going on. And that shows me who you are as a person. You do anything for the dollar. If it's promoting something crazy, I'm not doing it. Not for no money. Mm-hmm. That's just me. If you feel like doing that, that's you. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. That's who you are. But me, no. If it's something dealing with like gun violence and all this other stuff, because there's some cases where that's a thing, or just something that can hurt people, I'm not doing it. Not for no money.
No.
Because at the end of the day, these are human beings. At the end of the day, these are people losing their life. Children, young adults, or whatever. Mainly, it be children. How you think their family gonna feel? But you don't care. You doing it for the bad, right?
Well, you got white people unalive each other. You got Latinos unalive. You got every race that unalive people. but it's not at the rate like our rate is going in our race. And they show it and they glorify our demise. It sells. And I know y'all don't like to hear that. It sells. It's news. It's to keep you in a certain mindset. And that's not popular when you talk about stuff like that. I don't know what goes on in everybody's household, but I do be concerned about other people's household. There are a lot of parents that have lost their child through stuff like that.
It's a lot of people out here that care, but they try to silence it.
Yes.
Or push it to the back.
So when they have events of things like this, trying to help the young people, well, just take them, and not only take them, sit there and listen to them too. Just like at the Holler Center down in the Morgan community, and I know some of y'all that follow me or friends with me and stuff like that, y'all know about the Holler Center, even from our town. Y'all know about the Holler Center. They're trying. They be having events, and sometimes they will have people that's been locked up to come in and speak and tell and share the story. I got to call my friend Lorenzo Steele. He's made up a bust of how actually a prison cell look on the inside. It ain't big. What you see on TV, that's just something glorified. That is nothing. That is nothing real. It's nothing real. Man, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, doctor?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. How about y'all?
We doing good, man. We doing good.
Man, I was listening a while ago, man. I was trying to
Froze.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
put some real information, man. I remember when I was coming up, I had a friend told me, he like, man, you need to go back being hard, you know. And I said to myself, man, I ain't never been hard, you know. If somebody bothered me, you know, I took care of myself. And then I said, man, shoot, all the hard and the bad people in the graveyard. And this society today, people want people to look up to them that they bad, and you know, and then when they get in trouble, get behind them bars, they begin to start crying and want to come home, and now they ain't so hard, but when they fronting in front of their homeboys, you know, they have to keep up this image. See, it's all an image, you know. And man, it's just sad that this society don't want to listen. We try to stop them from going down this road. But you know, mama said if you make your bed hard, you got to lie in it. And you know, it's just and it's also not so, because we always taught right from wrong. We know right from wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our mother and fathers taught us to say yes, sir, no, ma'am. But when we get outside and get within that group,
Yeah.
we don't want to sing soft. You know, we want to be hard. You know, we don't want to be looked at soft and don't want to be looked at weak. So, hey, I got to put up this role. I got to be macho. You know, and all the while, you know, bruh, that ain't you. I know you. That ain't you. You know, but you putting on this front because you with your so-called homeboys. But I know this really ain't you. And then, you know, then when they get in trouble, then they get to crying like a little crybaby. And then, you know, but I think that if they restore the respect, and that's gonna take. I don't know if that'll ever happen with this generation here. And like you said, you can't blame it all on the rap music because you know the music do influence, but the music don't make you do nothing. Just like the devil don't make you do nothing. He may tempt you, but he don't make you do nothing. We do stuff because we want to do it. If I go out here and sell drugs, you can't make me sell drugs. I'm selling drugs because I want to. And so, man, I try to teach my grandkids and other little boys that's heading in the wrong direction and let them know, hey, you don't want to end up in no facility at no 12 or 13 years old and stay there till you're 18, And, I preached this morning about the power of the tongue. Our words that we speak, it has the ability to build up or tear down, And so that's why we must be careful how we speak, what we say out of our mouth. Because the Bible said the tongue, life and death is in the power of the tongue. And, I just thank God that I was able to, hear some of this because this is really needed, man, because every time you turn around, it's now when I was coming up, it used to be the old folks dying and now you got more young people dying now. The old folks is outliving the young folks.
Outliving
And
them, man.
and it's sad. It's a sad situation, bro. But a lot of folks, you got these kids now, they getting kidnapped or they getting snatched up. They want to be grown. They want to, think they know it all. But I thank God for this conversation, man, because uh, it's gonna take a lot of work to stop this violence. It's gonna take a lot of work, and it's not gonna happen overnight. But we got to start somewhere.
Got to start somewhere. Everybody that just tuning in, welcome to Real Talk Conversation. Well, a platform has been created to come together, to commune together, not divide each other. Y'all, we're not saying we're the best and we know everything, but when it's time to talk, we don't even want to come together and talk. And y'all seen my brother right here on before. He done been inside, so if I'm gonna listen to anybody, I'm gonna listen to people that's been inside the place.
Yeah, yeah, because it's hard to tell somebody something if you haven't did it or experienced it. And I was at work. I was at work probably about 2 weeks ago, and I heard this guy said, we got to talking about the Bible, and I heard this guy say, how can a preacher that has never did nothing, how can he preach to an imperfect person? And you got some of these guys, these street guys, they take more from a person they know, like myself. Like you say, I'm not perfect and I'm better than no one, but a lot of the street guys, they gravitate to me because they know I've been there and did that. And they see the change. They see how I'm living. So, they come to me and ask for advice. They come to me, ask for prayer. They come to me and ask me, what do I think I should do in this situation and that situation? Simply because we ran together, we smoked dope together, we fought together, we partied together, we did whatever we did together and I made it out. And I didn't make it out because I dotted every I and crossed every T. I made it out because of the grace in God. And so when they see me, I inspire them and give them hope that if he can make it, we can make it. Because we know the life that he lived. And like you say, I want no bad person. I did what I did. But now I'm living, trying to help somebody else live and see that there's a better way. That there's a better way. And you don't have to tote that gun, my brother. You don't have to, because somebody call you a chump, don't mean you got to be a chump. Because somebody call you weak, you don't got to respond and try to prove yourself you ain't weak. You ain't got to run in this game just to prove that you loyal to or you real. That's a setup of the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of people. Well, if you with me, then go do this and go do that. No, you ain't got to do that. I ain't got to go out here and shoot nobody to prove to you that, hey, I'm a real street person. That's a fool. And then when you sitting in jail, they're going to be out here doing the same thing, tricking somebody else off the street to prove who you are. And then when you sitting in the jail and you thinking about it and you saying to yourself, man, why in the world I do that? When you ain't got nowhere to go, but from this cell to that cell, walking up and down, thinking, trying to analyze, thinking how can you get out? And then when you sit down, you say, man, why did I do that? Why did I do that? But see, now you got time to think. You thinking now, but when you was out here trying to prove yourself, you weren't thinking. Can't nobody boost me up to go do something I don't want to do, especially no crime. You can call me weak. You can call me soft. You call me whatever you want to call me. And so peer pressure, some people don't know how to handle peer pressure. They want to be accepted. They feel like, well, if I do this, they love me, But the message got to get out. And I don't know, it starts, if you could just start with one person, if you could just stop one person from making a bad decision, then you did more than you saved 20 people. And these guys today, if only they'll listen, if only they will listen and take heed to the advice, they will be able to live a lot longer.
Yes, they would. As I said on the flyer, death in prison is not the way. It's not the way. Living your life is the way. Not being locked up or in the graveyard, that is not the way. I mean, some people are being sent there at an early age, and it's sad. Every time you turn around, you're going to some young person funeral, and then there it is. The parents are just broken hearted because even some of them, they try to reach out, but don't nobody want to help them. And it's sad that once the house settled down from the funeral and everybody being over there, see, that's when that real reality keeps in that my
Yes,
child is really gone.
yes. Glory. Yeah. You said a mouthful there. When a person go to jail or the prison, that's when the real reality kick in. See, they think it was a fairy tale when they was out. But when they go in there and you see all the corruption and you see it's just as much crime in prison and jail as it is out here on the street. you know, and it's 10 times worse when I was there, and they got gangs in the prison just like they got on the street. And so when they approach you, what you gonna do? You know, now reality has hit home. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, you know. And like you say, when the funeral over, everybody gone, and you there all alone. And reality hits in that, hey, it's over.
Yes, it is over. When everybody left the house, they done came over at the repast or wherever they have it at. They don't get that piece of chicken, potato salad, and everybody laughing at the moment, including the parents. Sometimes they're laughing at the moment, but as soon as that house is empty and everybody's gone, the phone calls stop coming in, the texts stop coming in. People are not checking on you like that no more, and that's when you hear that house cracking when it's selling. But that's when that reality kicks in and say, you know what, my baby is gone. Nobody should ever have to face this pain that I'm feeling. Now I just buried my child. Sometimes, in some cases, that's their only child that they had to
Uh-huh.
bury. And then,
Mm-hmm.
you hear people all the time, I'm gonna keep a check on. I'm gonna keep a check on you. And then after about a month or two, you don't even hear from them no more.
No, it don't even matter no more. It don't even matter no more to them,
Hmm.
you know. And man, this here, it's real talk, man. This is, this ain't no play. This is life, and
Yes,
you don't get but one.
but
You don't get but one. You know, and this is real, man. I mean, people take it as a game, but hey, when life is over, it's over. There ain't no second chance. There ain't no coming back. And I had to, you know, man, when I was in that jail, man, and like you say, I had to really face reality, and I began to start telling myself, looking back over my life, back and forth, and I began to tell myself, man, you know what? I'm tired of this. Sometime, somewhere, a person just really got to be tired of being tired. You
mhm.
know, you going to jail, you going to prison, and these people telling you when to go to bed, when to get up, when to eat, when to take a shower, when to lay down. You ain't you. They telling you everything that you got to do, and you don't waste 4, 5, 6, 7 years and get out and go right back and waste 4, 5. Man, that ain't no life. And I got tired, bro. I got tired, and I said, you know what? Something got to change. Something got to change, and that's when I began to just start reflecting where I was headed. I didn't want to die. I didn't want to go to hell, you know. And I just began to talk to the Lord, and I just began to tell myself, man, you know what? I'm ready to be saved, man. I'm tired of this life. I'm tired of selling the drugs. I'm tired of walking, on the highway. Every time I hear an engine rev, I'm thinking it's the police. I got to put on disguise to come out in the daytime, and man, I got tired of that life. I got tired of that. You know, I got to wear a wig, and I can't come out in the daytime. I can only come out in the nighttime. You know, man, you know what? And I said, Lord, you know what? I don't had enough now. I said, I know it got to be something better. Them being shot, you know, them being cut, I mean, just man, just so many things that happened to me that I didn't think I was gonna live through. I didn't think, I'm 57, but I didn't think I would get to live to be past 32 because of the lifestyle that I was living. And then another thing that these young people got, when you get that attitude that I don't care nothing about life, I don't care nothing about what happened to me, then you already lost. You don't throw it in the towel. You don't care about what happened to you. So when you get that attitude, you don't care about taking nobody else's life. You don't care nothing about hurting nobody because you're hurting really on the inside. You're going through really on the inside. And what we got to do too is we got to learn how to listen, because a person can be crying out for help. And if you're not listening, you ain't hearing, then you don't miss it. And then when something happens, you be like, wow, he was just talking to me and I didn't really catch what he was saying. Some of these guys, all of them ain't bad. There's still hope for some. We ain't gonna be able to reach them all or help them all. But I think that some of these guys are really crying out. And once a person develop a relationship with you where they can trust you and talk to you, and you don't beat them up and beat them down, man, you will see that what they used to go to their homeboy for, they'll start coming to you
Mm-hmm.
for information. They'll start coming to you, man. What you think I should do in this situation? Then you be able to give your advice. Hey man, if I were you, man, I'd just go home, man. I wouldn't bother that. I leave that alone. I wouldn't follow behind them no more. Yeah.
Yeah, that is so true, man. Because matter of fact, we were just talking about that on the Sun platform about listening. Need to listen. We need to listen to these young folks when they are crying out, because they are truly crying out for some help. They need the help, and they're crying out to each and every one of us. You know, just even thinking back over some stuff and how when I grew up, because I'm 57 too. From my generation all the way up to now, how things has changed, and if we don't grab them now, Lord have mercy, we ain't gonna have no kids in the future. We got to
Right.
grab these kids now. I was talking to a guy. We had a program at the House Center one time. The House Center had a program a few years back, and I met this guy that was in prison, and I met him at another event. And at the time, he was sharing with the young people. He said, "Man, he said, y'all, I've been locked up since I was 16." He said, "I'm going on 60." So I said, "So you've been in there about 50, about 44 years?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "When I get out of here, I'll be about 65, 66. From 16 years old to when he be 66 when he get out." And he talked about how he got stabbed in the neck and all that kind of stuff. So he was letting the young folks know, my life, I didn't even have a life because I've been here all these years. He said, but y'all got to change.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
He said, sometimes you need to cut them little friends, like you were saying, you need to cut them friends off. If they're leading you down a road of destruction and robbing people and hurting people, so your best bet to leave them alone. Because guess what? If all of y'all get caught, when they separate y'all, they gonna blame it on you. Because they ain't gonna want to do that time. They gonna say you the one that had the dope, you the one that had the gun, you the one that unalived somebody. So they can get a lesser time or even get off.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't have nothing to do with it. You just there. And now the way they got it now, like my son was saying, we said earlier, now they're making the parents accountable. So parents, y'all might want to think about some stuff and really pay attention to some stuff because they're starting to make y'all accountable and arresting y'all too for
Yep,
what the child is doing.
exactly, exactly,
And
exactly.
and and it's really scary right now. It is really scary.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. But man, I thank you for this little opportunity here. Um, I'm gonna continue to watch and um I'm a sow to it towards this too. And man, I just say that y'all be encouraged, man, and continue to keep this real talk conversation because this is much needed. It's needed, you know. And I pray that God will continue to give y'all wisdom and understanding to reach somebody.
Man, we appreciate that, man, so much. We got to get you back on so you can share your story again because we
Yes,
got a
sir.
lot of new we got a lot of new followers, man.
Yes,
And
sir.
these stories like this is what's important. But
Yes, sir.
before you get off, give out your information of your church and everything.
My church name is the Hedges and Highway Outreach Ministry down in Hamlet, North Carolina. We're located at the ballroom on 3rd Avenue, and we're there every Sunday morning from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
All
Yes.
right, y'all heard that. Y'all heard that. Even when you get off, Pastor man, you can put information in the chat too, just in case somebody might just be
Okay.
getting ready to jump on. You can put information in the chat, man.
Okay. I
Man, we
will.
love
I
you, man. We appreciate you so much for
love
jumping
you
on.
too, man. Yes,
All
sir.
right, man.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right. Y'all see, this is somebody that's been inside for real. Just I gotta hit my man back up, Travis too, Travis Clark. Um, he was on back when we first really got it jumping, and later on the jump, he's been inside too.
Mhm.
We trying to bring some real people on that's been really dealing with this or have dealt with that and have been on the inside. It's serious, y'all. It's no game out here or nothing to play with. For real. That's some real talk right there. This is not a game. We say it all the time, every time we're on. This is not a game. Just like I can match this button. As a matter of fact, just like I can hit this button and turn that camera off like that. You can't do that to life. You can't do it. You cannot do that to life. This is the world. I'm gonna put it like this. This is how the world is. If I can find it. This is how the world is to us. Just hold on for a second. I'll be right back. No, I ain't going nowhere. I'm just gonna add my son page in here. You see that background? Dark.
Don't care nothing about it.
That's how the world is. It cares nothing about you. Not nothing. Nothing. This is how the world sees you. They don't even see you. They just hear you. They don't even see you.
True. Now it gets to the point they don't even hear you.
No. And then now I'm gonna turn the mute button on. That's how the world view many. They don't care. The world does not care. And the devil loves it. He loves that kind of mess. Yes, I know the devil is a liar. Yes, I know the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Watch this right here, though. In order for the devil to get you, he got to put some truth in it to get you, to even influence you. He got to put truth in, just like any cult leader or all that kind of stuff. They got to put truth in it to draw you in, to get you. Can't nobody on this earth outquote the devil with scripture. Nobody. Because none of y'all never went up against Jesus quoting scripture. He was talking to Jesus, quoting scripture from the Bible. So he wasn't lying at him. He just trying to get it and get Jesus to fall for it. He tried to twist the scripture. But the thing is, what are we gonna do, y'all? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Appreciate it, man.
What are we gonna do? I mean,
Man, we gotta do something, but
we gotta do something fast, y'all. So if anybody is having any type of events that's trying to get young people to come out, just like the Brothers for Life, they're trying to do stuff for the community, and we're supposed to be trying to get back together with them. They're doing things in the community. They're trying to do stuff. Holler Center is trying to do stuff. I got to get with my big brother, Minister Gateway, Leon brother, and see what's going on. So we have him back on the talk. Lorenzo Steele Jr. is doing stuff. He's the one that created the bus that shows the inside of the prison, how wide and big and how small it is in there. That stuff you see on TV, that's glorified. And they try to glorify this stuff because they want you to come. They want you to come. So anybody having any events with the kids and stuff, trying to help the kids, go. And parents don't only just go and drop them off. Go and be a part of it, participate in it. You might learn something that you may didn't know. I'm learning every time I go.
You'll be amazed at the people you meet, and there can be some situations that change your life and your child's life.
And your child's life. I'm learning every time I go. I'm learning something. I'm listening to what especially if they have inmates there, to what these inmates are saying.
You never know what some of this stuff, they can put you at a great position in life.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
They had an event in Waysburg one time, and some of the inmates was out there. They was talking and sharing their stories, and they had this casket out there. And I was like, okay. They had this dummy representing a body on the inside. It's okay, we'll walk over here and see what everybody looking at. The dummy had a mirror as a face. And it was then you know this could be you. Following a certain lifestyle. I said, wow, that's powerful by itself. But what are we going to do, fam? As we say all the time, what are we going to do, fam? How are we going to help the young people? How are we going to get the young people? And before a lot of y'all Christian folks say, well, all you got to do is just bring them to church. Okay? You keep thinking that. I'm not saying ain't nothing wrong with taking them to church, but you keep thinking that. If that's the case, then some of y'all pastors, why don't y'all come up behind the four walls and get out on the street and go get them then? You tell the congregation and everybody else to do some work, what you gonna do? Jesus worked. Jesus sat amongst the sinners. Jesus was out there in the street, as we call it. He sat with them, amongst them. Some of y'all don't even want to be side by side, like I said beside my son. Y'all don't even want to be side by side with sinner. Y'all don't even want to be side by side with somebody that's dealing with drugs and struggling with drugs and alcohol. Y'all don't even want to sit beside them and talk to them.
They feel like they're better.
Ooh, don't sit beside me, okay?
And I'll be sitting here like, you have like, one, you either was never in that position before, or two, as if you don't got somebody in your family going through the.
So what's wrong when a young person want to talk? Why you just can't jump and give somebody some scripture. Oh, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to follow. No, it's just like somebody coming out of domestic violence. They want you to help them first before you try to give them all of that.
Bet you one thing, the same way they be trying to get away from people that, commit sin or addicted or whatever the case may be judging them and all this stuff. I guarantee if somebody do it to their child, they'd be pissed.
They be, boy, you beat me to it.
You be
Sure.
mad if it's your own kid or you.
See,
You feel like as if they beneath you. Ain't nobody beneath you, bro. You're not above nobody.
you so quick to want to throw scripture at them, but you're not so quick to go out there and be amongst them.
Shoot, some of y'all don't even live by the scripture.
You're so quick that you need to do this, you need to do that, but you're not so quick to be like, I need to go do this and I need to go do that. You're not quick to do that. And then you crucify the people that are out there doing something. You crucify them. Now, I'm not talking about all pastors. I know some pastors out there that's doing some stuff, because I know a few that's out there doing some stuff. But they need help.
Why you doing this? Or why you trying to blah, blah, blah? I'm like, bro, they human beings at the end of the day. They just need help and guidance.
You got so comfortable sitting behind them for a while. Now you think everybody's supposed to come to you. When really, you're supposed to go to them. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong. I know, and I usually don't say that. Show me where Jesus stayed behind any walls. Show me that he didn't go after them as far as spreading the gospel and going out and talking to people, sitting amongst the sinners, doing this. He won't even, he to the point he didn't even condemn the woman that they caught doing adultery, which I don't know why they would follow her around like that anyway. They should have been doing something else themselves. But he didn't condemn her. He didn't even sit there and give her 20 scriptures. He said without seeing catch the first stone. He stooped back down, writing in the sand. Some of y'all pastors that keep saying this is what he would write. You can't even show a half of scripture that agree with you saying. And then he stood back up. He asked her, "Where's your accusers?" They left. So he said, "They didn't condemn you. I'm not gonna condemn you myself. Go and sin no more." That's all he said. Y'all got to give $150 on scripture.
I know I'm only just turned 27. I don't know everything. I got a lot of wisdom and knowledge though. But another reason why I can't judge people, won't really judge them for real, because that could easily be me. That's how I look at it. I know that's kind of wild and crazy to say for some people, but that's how you have to view it like that, because that's the reality of it. That could easily be you. If certain circumstances in your life happen like that, that could easily be you. And which you want the same thing you're doing to them to happen to you or your loved ones.
Yeah.
And then depending on whatever you went through in your life, I sometimes will see myself in certain people because I lived certain lifestyles like that before.
So I don't judge people, but I will say this right here. Because a lot of times we'll run to that. You can't judge me. A lot of people run to that scripture. You can't judge. But it is a scripture in there that said that you can judge. You just have to do it righteous. So if you ain't righteous, then you might well leave that whole thing about judging alone. But that's another conversation. But I'd like to thank everyone that came on and shared a comment. Thank Pastor James for jumping on and sharing something. Because if y'all ain't never seen him before, I'm gonna bring him back on again. Share his story about being inside. I got to call my man Travis and ask him about coming back on. Maybe he can bring some of his friends that he was locked up with on with us too. We're just trying to do stuff, trying to help. We're trying to end this cycle. It's too much going on. We can gather for a party, we can gather for a trail ride dance and do all this stuff. That's fun. I get it and I understand that. I have no problem with that. But at the same time, why we can't gather to help? Why we can't? It's people out here doing stuff like Minister Curtis Gabriel. He's out here. He's now people like that. Those are boots on the ground for real, not the dance people fighting for justice. Because there are scriptures in the Bible that talks about justice. What's my man? John Barnett. Y'all know John Barnett. I follow him on Facebook. He's out there fighting for justice. See, it's people out here fighting for justice. So if you know John Barnett, tell him I gave him a shout out. Tell him you know, matter of fact, I'm gonna hit him up myself. See, can I get him to come on and talk about some stuff if he's not busy? Because I've seen some of his itinerary. He's very busy. So these folks out here really fighting on the street. They're fighting for justice. Then even on the flip side of in the Christian world, there's people in the Christian world fighting for truth. The hell. Ray Curry Jr. up in Charlotte, they're doing stuff. I'm not bashing nobody. That ain't what I do. I don't bash people anyway. That's what y'all do. Hey, that's what y'all do. I don't do that because I can very easily bash myself. So, but we thank everyone for coming through and just sharing your comments today. What you got coming, man?
Y'all know the dance videos and all the other stuff I got going on with just videos in general. Gonna be dropping some new pictures and stuff, merch, but it's a lot we working on. Like I said if you wasn't on mine, but like I said on mine, it's a lot we working on behind the scenes and working with some people.
He said new pictures, not new pictures.
New, yeah, new. New, 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 but yeah, gonna be dropping that pretty soon. I got some fire concepts that I'm trying to achieve with these pictures, and also my videos, the dance videos, but also some of these scripts that I'm trying to put together. So yeah,
profit too.
Yeah, I've been trying to get up with bro. He's been busy. I know the Warriors convention is happening. So yeah, they got that going on. Couldn't attend this time. Hopefully next year we'll be able to. I think they have that in Cali. I think I don't know. I had to check. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Get off here, I'm gonna eat.
Yeah, so like you said, he got some stuff going on. What I got going on, I got my merch shirt now. It's nothing fancy, it's just my little statement, my little logo, and my little phrase that I say. It doesn't matter to you until it affects you. I came up with that a few years ago because I started looking at it, and I was once like that. It didn't matter to me to the effect. That's where that whole phrase came from. So I started caring about people that I don't even know, but it affects me. Just because it's not happening to me right now, I'm not saying it won't ever happen. Preferably it don't, but you don't know. But I gotta be able in a position where I can care about other folks, not just about what is going on in my own life, but I got to be able to care about other folks too. I got to be able to care about them. So I got that going. I got my other little business going, which we got a meeting on the 15th, which is Tuesday. Got a meeting with the business. Gonna have some great speakers there. If you in the Anson County area, Union County area, Mecklenburg area, if you'd like to be a part of that, just let me know. I'm gonna see if we're gonna be live with it too. So, but yeah, I got that going on. If you want to know more information about that, just hit me up and I'll share some information with you. Share a video with you, and we can talk about it. You know, everybody always trying to do something, but don't nobody want to do nothing. This is the build. Everything that you do, you got to put some type of effort and work in it at the same time. Oh, we also have an open mic night. We're gonna try to do that more often. Even we just be on for about 30 minutes. We'll try to have more about that going on. we just got a lot going on right now, and I appreciate each and every one of you all for tuning in with us today. We just thank all of y'all for tuning in today with us. You appreciate it. We appreciate all the comments and for you and everyone else letting us into your lives. Yeah. Yeah, we appreciate you. Appreciate all of you all.
She said, "No, that is little pink frame."
Yes.
Yeah.
So and I try to keep it in the family. So if you ever want one of the shirts and stuff like that, like I said, it's nothing fancy, but it is a message behind it. It is a message behind it. Let me know, and I get my niece to make you. It ain't nothing. It is not expensive. It ain't no $100 shirt like that. Ain't no $50 shirt like that. It's just a regular shirt. It's a regular shirt, comfortable, but a regular shirt with just a logo on it. See, a lot of people want to be so fancy and all this kind of stuff. Now I get it. That's you. It's a message behind it, though.
Shoot, some of y'all want to collab with that stuff.
Yeah. You want to come on? 'Cause I wore a shirt to church one day, and the kids, it caught the kids' eyes, and it was like, "What does that mean?" I said, "You want to know what it means? I care about you. That's what it means. I care about you." So whatever going on in your life that affects you, it affects me too. See, that's how we have to look out for one another. So y'all, we appreciate you all. We thank you all. Be on the lookout for the flight for the open mic night this week. Again, we're trying to get that back rolling, get that back in motion like we do. Because we do work though too, but we're trying to get that back going. And we just thank you all. And if you got anything else,
dropping a rap video now. Shoot, I might. I ain't gonna lie. I don't rap. Y'all know I dance, but I look-key got some bars I've been writing now, so I might. We'll see. Yeah, that's about it.
I might jump in with that.
Go ahead. Oh yeah, to give y'all a heads up, I don't know if when I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be one day I'm gonna be on my own live on a podcast. Just know the intro gonna be kind of wild at first. That's just me being goofy. Just give me y'all a heads up on that. So one day if you see it, you know what's up.
That for y'all that's in the smooth fans, now y'all want to see where you get that silly from? Yep. I'll be a clown when I want to now. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thank you for the support. Thank you all for the support and the love that y'all have shared with us and letting us in y'all world. Nothing else. We'll see y'all later.